Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today I want to share with you the top 5 day trading mistakes that I want to avoid, and I think you're going to want to avoid too. The first mistake is over trading. You probably heard this over and over again, right? But I did my own research on my own trading, and I'm sure if you do the same thing, you'll see when I overtrade, the months that I have 70 plus trades are usually my worst months. Maybe I don't make as much, maybe I break even, maybe I'm just stressed out, maybe I even lose money. But the months that I do really well, I have 50 trades for the whole month, maybe less, sometimes 30. I think my best month was 30 or 34 trades. That doesn't mean I'm trading every day. Sometimes it's 2 trades in one day and no trade the next day. Sometimes 3 trades in one day and none the next. But keep that in mind, over trading for me leads to no profits. It actually makes me too loose, like I'm not waiting for the right plays. The second one's gonna be, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, is they weren't perfect, right? Well, that means I wanna wait for the right plays, the perfect plays, the plays that fit what I need, right? My criteria, whatever that criteria is for you, figure that out and then stick to that. And make sure you're picky, because remember, if you're picky, you're not trading that much. There's going to be days where I don't trade. Matter of fact, I think on Thursday, I didn't place 1 trade. It happens. And just know that it's part of the process. And now when I don't trade as much, and because it's not a perfect play, then I just remind myself, number 1, don't overtrade, because if I trade less, then I tend to make more. So my third one is I don't want to take more than 2 losses on one ticker. So I don't want to take 3 losses, right? I just don't want to do that, because I have found for me, it usually doesn't take me down a good road mentally, and I get down on myself, or 3 losses could be end up my max loss depending on how the size I'm trading that day. And it could really get down on me, and I just noticed that's part of my pattern of bad things coming after, right? If I take 3 losses on one ticker, I'm probably wrong. I am wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. So I need to get away from that. And I usually am wrong after I take my second loss. The third one is usually always right behind it. So instead of that happening, my rule for myself is I only want to take 2 losses on that one ticker. If I have a plan and I have an idea on ticker XYZ, right? Then, and the first trade I take, it's wrong, then I'm going to be very hesitant to take that second trade unless I see something set up. And if it does, and I'm wrong, I'm done. Take that off my screen. I don't want to trade that ticker anymore, because I'm not seeing something right, or it's trading different. There's something off there. So I need to avoid it. And that rule helps me a lot. And a bonus little rule, 3.1 if you want to say, is either your first or your second, make your first one full size, your second one half size, right? Just to make sure your risk management is safe. And number 4 is going to be stick to real risk levels. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared like, oh, I want to make 3R profit right away, so I'm going to size in real big and pick this random area over here as my risk. I did that. That's why it's in my journal. It's a rule. Don't pick random risk levels. They have to make sense. Is it a level that's been tested multiple times and did not break through, right? Is it a level that on the big picture, the daily, the hourly, the monthly, the 15, the 20, all these different time frames are all important. Make sure you're using them all to find out what are the key levels and risk off of that and size in risking that level. And bonus tip, don't adjust your risk too soon, too quickly, just because you're nervous. You don't want to get back profits. You just don't want to lose, right? If you're thinking that way, you're going to lose, and then you're going to be even more mad, because more times than not, it's going to go your direction, and you're going to be like, well, if only I would have stuck to my plan. So make sure you pick real risk levels, and that also adds to not getting stopped out at random areas, okay? Wait till your risk level is hit. So pick that real risk level and you'll have more confidence. So make sure you do that. And this is a reminder to myself, stick to real risk levels. And the 5th one that we all know, stick to your damn plan. You need to stick to your plan, period. That's all. You have to. And a plan is not like this. If you're trading this way, you see a stock, you're like, oh man, this is looking nice. You know what? I see an opportunity here and I'm in. Okay, where should I get out? If you're thinking that way, you lost. You have no plan. How I trade and how a lot of good traders that I know trade and the people that I've interviewed that you've seen on my show, they always already know where their entry is going to be at before they press any buttons. They look at a stock, they analyze it, see the key levels, risk, they see the risk area, they see support, resistance, and then they say, okay, if the stock gets to this level, then I will enter, and I'm going to be risking this level, and I'm going to have my profit target as this level. They already have it all planned out, and that is a real plan. And the part of that, the second part, is sticking to it. Is you execute and you just let it plan out. And don't adjust too soon. At least what we just talked about is adjusting your risk too soon. You stick to your plan and let it pan out, because then this benefits you in so many ways. Let me explain real quick. Number one, you'll have an actual reason to track. You can track all of your trades because you've stuck to the plan and you have something that you can actually track and see if it's consistently profitable or not. Because if you're randomly getting in and out, you have no consistency to track. And on top of that, if you're doing well, you know your plan works and you can start to really get even better at trading that specific plan because you'll improve on it over time. So those are my top 5, my lessons that I've been learning that I'm focusing on right now to continue to stay consistent, to get better and grow. Because anytime I waver between one side or the other, get rid of one of those rules, I tend to slow down on my progress and go backwards. So I wanted to share this with you all. I hope you like this content. If you do, comment below any lessons that you've learned that you really focus on, because I'd love to learn, because maybe there's something on there that I didn't bring up and someone else needs to hear it. And subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified, because I'm going to be making more videos like this coming soon. Thanks, guys.